Modded.
G'day guys, Andy Work here. Welcome to episode 58 of Show Me the Modded Thing. And just before we jump in, if you want to submit images and build details, there's a short guide at the end of the video. Just have a quick read of that and you'll get all the information you need to produce a nice, sharp, clear image. But let's get started. Okay, this one's more of a preview of an upcoming build. I was sent to this by Darty Base Dart. He says the plan is to turn an X-Shot Ragefire into an MA2 machine gun and mount it on top of a quad bike. So I think when he's saying an MA2, I think he means like an M2. So the old famous 50 cal. So he wants to mount on top of a quad bike I use at work so I can harass gulls and students alike. Yeah, now I'd really like to know where he's working, but maybe I wouldn't. Anyway, I got the idea from, me actually, the Ute-mounted double Vulcan thing. Oh yes, I did finish it and I gave it to a friend, yes. So he's going to be, so this will be coming up soon from him, and I mean, frankly, the photo looks fantastic, so yes, very looking forward to that. I mean, the actual build, the hardest thing I can see him having to do would be the tripod, but that would be relatively easy. Look for an old broken camera tripod. You get lots of aluminium tube out of that. Anyway, looking forward to that one. Moving on. Next, this is Ilya. I often see blasters I like online. Ilya is one of the ones that responded, and this thing is gorgeous. I like it a lot. He's got a few here, but the first one is a Nerf crossbolt, and the Aeon Pro mashup I am calling the Aeon Bolt. Why not? The idea was born when I was speaking with a couple of friends on what can be done with an Aeon Pro. We ended up with bullpupping it, and I always like a nice bullpup, and this thing looks gorgeous. Got to admit that. Originally I had both triggers connected by a bright bike cable, but the tension was too much and the Nerf side trigger broke due to stress. Well, hardly surprising. Had to fashion a spare trigger out of some scraps. For the shoulder rest, I had a broken knockoff airsoft pellet gun lying around. I sorted it off, cut it, and fit it. Oh, very good. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking thing. That is the problem with the crossbolt. I love the front end of it, but the back end is a pain. Even in its original form, getting the thing to perform and fire darts is something of an effort. But this is really lovely. He's done a really nice job of this. Like all the bright, safe colours, and just the look of it, and the way he's used a banana mag to keep it really close and snug tight into the forward hand grip. I like that look a lot. Very nicely done. Now he's got a few others he sent in. This one is called the Bug Attack. And it's an X-Shot Bug Attack crossbow and was modded due to boredom. It had a proprietary mag which was annoying as it only had the capacity for 6 shots. If there's any intention of using a large capacity mag, the mags would need to be modded by cutting a higher notch into them. I got to thinking, why mod multiple mags if you just mod one mag adapter and get the bow to shoot short darts? Clever idea. Also got to seat the dart properly against the string when loaded by adding a bit of plastic in the loading mechanism for the dart. Without it, the half dart would load too far forward and would only dribble out when fired. Also extended the stick by modding a sling fire and a dominator stock. Oh, okay, yes, I can see that. That's actually rather clever. He's got another one too. He doesn't have a name for it, he says. It's based on a matrix fire. And I believe it's this green thing. Yes, that's it. Oh, that's just gorgeous too. Yet another bullpup. Weird looking, but why not? Works for me. Built it a few years ago as a rust job as I needed to use it for an upcoming game. I remember when I first saw it that it needs to be a bullpup as it was front heavy to reload the dart case and your dominant hand would be in the back. Moving the grip and trigger action forward made it easier to reload. Oh, well, there's a clever idea. Yes. Again, it looks like The base is not the base, the forward pistol grip is from a crossbolt yet again. But that looks really nice. I mean, he's got a good eye for putting bits together, that's for sure. He says, the stock shoulder rests I first put on was a bit ugly, but workable. Anyway, it was only early this year I got around to fixing it. Cut up an old Retaliator stock and replaced the ugly one. Looks better now. Also swapped out the rev trigger for an actual switch. Nothing against rev triggers, but my preference to run the power switches. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. This is, again, looks gorgeous. For some reason, the green and orange and all the metallics just screams, Alien, Mysterion to me from Captain Scarlet or something like that. Really nice work, mate. Really, really nice. Looking forward to anything else you want to send. And spread the word to all your friends too. Okie dokie. Next up, who have we got? Oh, it's Jericho. I haven't heard from Jericho in ages. And he's just sent a couple, and these are his modified blasters as Star Wars blaster rifles. So what he's got here, he says, is it's a movie I believe he's making, like an amateur movie, and he has a pair of blaster rifles used by two of the villains for the specific episode. A long shot and Retaliator with Star Wars metallic grey paint jobs and shiny chrome details. I liked the long shot without the barrel, so I took it off and used a silencer from a Recon instead. And the scope comes from a Fortnite SH6 blaster, which looks more like Star Wars attachment and looks better on this rifle. Okie dokie. I'm just thinking he's telling me long shot and Retaliator, but I'm seeing a long strike body. Yeah, I think he might have mistyped there. Okay. He says the Retaliator has a stock barrel attachment from a regulator and a small scope attached. Using short 6-dart magazines looks better on Star Wars blaster as they look the part for a pair of henchmen. In character, the villains are twins, so they can be played by the same actor, simply filmed from different days, wearing slightly different costumes. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. Star Wars, the guys, the prop makers there, they did very basic mods on a lot of the weapons they used, possibly because they are real in a lot of cases. Yeah, but these are great. And they do look the part. They do look like they're from Star Wars. Very nicely done, Jericho. Particularly like the long strike. Very straightforward and simple. Yes, and it's definitely true. Star Wars blasters do not have big magazines. Okay, the next one is from a fellow called Moa Customs, and here's another one I've reached out to, and he sent me some photos. Your first one you'll recognise is the Wolver 999, which is printed in multiple different filaments, and it looks great. Love the shiny blue for the metal and the graphite for the metal, and he's even done a brown or maybe a bronze as wood. Very, very cleverly designed and thought out. Really like this particular blaster. I've got a couple of them myself. I do like the fact that the front grip he's actually split along that central cut line where the air holes are, and he's printed a different colour filament at the top, because that's a completely single piece when you get it. So he's done a bit of modding there himself. Very nicely done. And he's also sent a photo of something he calls the XYL Unicorn. Chop the cheek rest for a more sleek look, swap the upgraded spring, and has a hidden 8-degree bicar inside the Osprey suppressor. That's all he tells me. I don't know what else it is or what it's made out of. He's done that cell shading paint job on it by the looks of it. Very cool. If somebody can tell me what the base blaster is, that'd be very helpful too. Okay, next we have Papa Bludgeon with another one of his craziness ideas. He says this is called the Bridge Claw from Reshi Senti Tog Gu I wish he wouldn't do that. It was originally the grip from a Rhino file, and I was able to find a use for it. You don't have to use every part. I cut off the posts, cut up some leftover foam and shaped them, and gave it a once over with some paint pens and 3D printed Picatinny rails, clamps and bolts. There's only one more team weapon to build. Oh my God. Okay, that's all he's told me. So it's obviously a weapon that belongs to a particular Japanese hentai, what do you call it, cartoon. This thing. I'm just at a loss for words what to say about it. Other than, oh no. Just weird, mate. Just really, really weird. And you probably think that's high praise. And it is. In a roundabout way. But it's strange. I would take the time and trouble to hunt up this show and look at the details. But I've got too much to do as it is. Anyway, moving on. Last up, we have one from Zach F. And he says, this is my Nerf Longshot. It has many upgrades and changes through the years. After shattering the stock internal with too heavy a spring load, yep, done that, I put a full metal internal kit in from Worker. I can't remember what kg the spring I used, but it shoots at an average of 315. Now, that metal kit is amazing, but don't get caught out because Worker sells it in 2 parts. You have to buy both kits to get it going. And I bought half of it thinking it was a whole thing. So I've got a useless metal kit I can't use unless I want to spend another over $100. Okay. For cosmetics, I painted the orange stripe silver. I painted the stock black and used classic razor blade technique to highlight the end stripe logo. Oh, okay. You'll have to explain to me what the classic laser blade technique is because I've never heard of it. Cheap red dot scope, 3D printed trigger guard and Worker pump grip. And made a lot of different custom barrel attachments that work with the end strike barrel lug. Ah, that's clever. Most recent is a front barrel from a Nerf Centurion. Well, there's the first time I've ever seen one of them work, but that makes sense. It looks good. I suppose if you painted those armour plates on it, it'd blend it in even better. But no, very, very nice, Zach. I am much impressed. Yes, that's looking at close up. It's really gorgeous now that I look at it. Really nice. Yes, and the internal shows you that kit you can get. And as I explained, you get half of it. You get the trigger and the latch and the cylinder in one part, and you get the slide and the barrel and the breech in another. Yeah, so watch out for that. But that's it for this week. Very, very impressive work all round. And I will see you all again next month, guys. Bye for now.